can see my hand.
I can see your hand. I can see what's right here. I'm trying to get my lighting correct, you guys. So just a minute. I'll be ready for you guys shortly. Welcome to the Leadership Scope. Welcome to the Leadership Scope tonight. Sorry I'm a bit late. Had some other prior engagement that timed me out. I'm a little bit late tonight. I apologize for that. Right now, we are going to welcome to the Leadership Scope. Thank you again for joining us again one more time while we are on part 3 on the leadership series. Again, you are with Dr. Baptiste, and I am doing the part 3 series on leadership, and along with the empowerment project that we call Who Am I Project. So what we have covered last time, the first part was what is leadership. Then we have also talked about the characteristics of a leader. Then we have talked about the example of 4 different type of leaders that that represent a transformational leader. So on tonight we are going to cover the last part, which is we are going to talk about what are those characteristics that a leader what are those characteristics that a person that's following a leader should be asking the person that's leading them. And so therefore, a lot of time when individual call themselves a transformational leader, we have talked about that the characteristic of those type of leaders, what they are what they are. And so as you are under the covenant of a transformational leader, you as a follower of that person has a particular assignment that you must do. And those assignments that you must do, you must be able to look at what they're doing and see if you are under effective leadership. So when we talk about, just think about the word leader itself. The word leader itself, it means to lead. And so because when you take out the other acronym from there, you know that the word leader, you understand that it means to lead, and it means that there is movement. The person must be moved. Now, a very serious question, you that's following this transformational leader, you need to be able to know that that leader is actually in charge, and that leader is actually inspiring, and that leader is actually empowering. And you need to also understand that leader is also has positive attitude, and that leader is authentic. So by knowing these characters, some of these characteristics that we had discussed, your number one question is this transformational leader taking you to a place? Because a leader, the word leader, in that leader, there is what we call lead, which is movement. So if there is movement, you need to know where is this leader taking you. Because a transformational leader is supposed to take you from one place to another. So if you under a leadership and you are not being moved from one place to the other, then you need to ask yourself a question. Am I under the right leader? Is this leader effective enough to take me to a destiny or take me to a legacy? So therefore, the first question that you must ask the transformational leader that is over you is, number one, you need to ask them, what is the destination? What is the destiny? What is the destiny? Where are we going? So meaning that based on that vision and that mission, they're supposed to be able to show you clearly where they're taking you. So if you under a transformational leader and they are not able to give you a clear mission and a clear vision on where they're taking you, then you need to think about, are you under the right leadership? Second thing is, remember that a leader, a must, has a mission. There's no leader that don't have a mission. If you have a leader that has the mission all over the place, you need to ask the question, am I underneath the right leadership? The next thing is, a leader must have a vision. And those vision must be very clear, where you can go home and be empowered by what they said based on their vision, or when you're looking at the vision, it's so vivid and clear to you, you see exactly what's my purpose there. Because you are only on this assignment with that transformational leader to get them to their destiny. As you with them, they're working on you, the gift that is hitting on the inside of you. Remember that every person was born to lead. Every person has the success or the seed of greatness on the inside of them. But it takes the right leadership to get them where they need to be. And so therefore your job as a leader, has a leader, is to make sure that you can take your people where they need to be. And you that's following that transformational leader need to understand what's the mission, is it clear to you? What's the vision, is it clear to you? What is the destiny? Where is it taking you? In plain simple, if my destiny is to leave New Jersey and go to Florida, that destiny, I have to have a mission, and my mission is clearly show that I'm going to leave here, New Jersey, and be in Florida. And if it's not clear, then there's something wrong with that. So therefore, what I'm saying to you is that make sure whoever that you underneath their leadership, they know and they understand that you are taking them somewhere. And finally, my next question is that remember, a leader, you must create. A leader was born to create. A leader does not wait. A leader initiates changes. So if you're around a leader, they only follow what was set forward, and even if there's something wrong with the system that they operate with and they okay with that, then you need to ask your question, am I under the right transformational leader? Because a leader, when they walk into a system, their job is to change the environment that is not conducive for anybody and everybody. And what does that mean for you and I? Is that if we under that leadership, if they cannot create, if they cannot create, there's a problem. Because if I'm going through something, then guess what happened to me? If I'm going through something, guess what happened to me? I don't have nobody to help me, because my leader only follow the method that's in front of them. They don't know how to change it. They don't know how to change it. They stay within that system. You understand? And so therefore, you have to make sure that that leader can create. The next thing is, a leader does not wait. Leader create movement. Leader move people. Leader inspire people. Leader get people to do things that they never done before. They get a person that may be shy, that may be quiet, to come in and actually, come out and get the gift, the seed of greatness that is on the inside of them. That's the job of a transformational leader. The next thing is that a leader does not complain. because the leader is the responsible person. They are responsible for the critique. The transformational leader is responsible for the critique. They're responsible for the glory. They're responsible for the pressure. So a leader will not break under pressure. A leader will continue in that tunnel vision of the goal and the purpose that's in front of them. So therefore, what the critic is saying, what the naysayers are saying, whether it is negative, whether it is positive, it does not matter to them. Why? Because they have a goal, and their goal is to take you to the mountaintop. And if that's the case they have for you, they will continue in that route to take you there. It does not matter. And they're okay that they will be responsible, whether it turns out good, whether it turns out bad. And a leader never really explain themselves to other people, because a lot of time a transformational leader that transform its environment, that transform people don't often understand them. People don't often understand how they work. People don't often understand what moves them, what motivates them to do what they do. So therefore, a lot of times they don't get the help. They don't get the glory, because people always like, saying things about, but they don't pay attention to that because that's not their motive. And the next thing is that you need to understand is that a transformational leader does not murmur. They don't complain. They just keep going. They focus on what they have to do. So if you're under a leadership, your leader is always complaining. Your leader is always waiting. Your leader is not initiate change, is not changing their condition. Then you need to ask yourself, am I under the right leadership? Because if you're under a transformational leader, their job is to transform their environment. Their job is to empower the people around them. Their job is to activate the gift that is on the inside of each person that's working in their organization or their corporation. So, in saying all that, you have to understand a leader already has that gift on the inside of us. A lot of time, a transformational, what's happening, what we notice here is that without a leader, nothing moves. Without a leader, nothing begins. Without a leader, a nation perishes. Without a leader, there is no order. So therefore, we must have leadership. Leadership is necessary, but you need to make sure that you are under a transformational leader, or your leader, you are a leader that's transforming. Thank you for the heart. Thank you for the heart. You are a leader that's transforming other people's life. And if you're not transforming other people's life, then you need to look at it again and say, what do I need to do? What do I need to change so that I can transform my environment? Now, when we look at, thank you so much for the heart. I appreciate it. So when you're looking at, thank you for joining. When you're looking at a leader, you understand that a leader goes into the world and they change the system. So therefore, it's very important. Let me give you a little hint. If we're going to get biblical, when you're looking at Genesis 12 verse 26, it states that we have dominion over everything that is on this earth except over one another. So that's why it's very important. Thank you so much. That's why it's very important. As a leader, you do not control your people. You empower your people. You don't subdue your people, because you were born to lead in the gift that was given to you. And with the gift that was given to you, you operate in that leadership. And as you operate in that leadership, when you go into the world, you are able to impact, inspire, motivate, and move and transform your environment that you step feet in. That's what a transformational leader do. So now, when we're looking at a leader doesn't hang around a lot of people. A leader is always by himself. A leader have very few people around. They have very few friends. They have very few people understanding them. They have very few people in their corner. Why? Because a leader is like a lion. A lion doesn't fraternize or friend with anybody that's not like them, with any organism that's in that environment that's not like them. The only organism that they hang around is other lions. They don't need to learn anything from any other person. They need to understand each other. And they need to see what you're doing, and then they go forward and do what they have to do. So therefore, as a leader, thank you so much for the heart. As a leader, you have to look at your environment and pick your company wisely. Not everybody meant to be in your circle if they're not a lion. Because see, a lion think by themselves, and they think with one another. So if you are a transformational leader, you need to be around those that like you. Because only they will understand what you have in mind and what you plan on doing. Everyone else will not understand you, because a leader is not a typical person. They think different. They talk different. They do things different. And they don't say much. They only speak when they have to. And there are certain things that a leader, a transformational leader, like we've been saying, will not discuss, because it's not taking them to the destiny where they want to go. Anything that will take them away, that will take time away from them from getting into their destiny, they stop. Because the purpose is, what is this conversation, and why should I go there, and why should we do this? Is it going to get me as a transformational leader to the destiny that I have in my hand? And understand, as a leader, you have a purpose. You were put in this world for a particular assignment. And what we notice is a true leader always learn from everybody, but never become anybody. They stay themselves. That's why they're authentic. Secondly, a true leader thinks for the next generation, not for the moment. And remember, a transformational leader walks alone. People follow them. Why? Because people inspire and attracted to what they would like to be, but yet they're not there yet. So that's when you have walked into leadership. When people trying to figure out and want to know what makes you the way you are. Why are you so self-confident? Why are you so tunnel vision in your goal? Why do you not get motivated by the critics, by the pressures? Because you have arrived, because you are a leader. And as a transformational leader, you have learned that you were born to lead in this world, and that you were born to lead something, and that you were born to transform your environment and change the condition that is not conducive for you or anyone that is in that environment with you. Then you have walked into true transformational leadership. Now remember, a transformational leader empower you to take you and deploy you in your destiny, in your very own destiny that you were born to be. And then transformational leader does that. A transformational leader does that. But a person that is not a transformational leader that's leading you, they will manage you, but they're not going to ignite and move the gift that's hidden on the inside of you as a leader for your own assignment. And finally, why? My question is a lot of times, a lot of people, they lost their purpose of becoming the transformational leader that they were born to be, because everybody is trying to be the same. Everybody trying to do the same thing. It's not necessary, because you were born uniquely. You were born uniquely, and even your fingerprint, if you were twins, thank you for the heart. Even if you were twins, you would not have the same fingerprint, because you were uniquely made. And you were created different, because you were sent on this world for your own particular assignment. So it is time that we take time to ourselves to discover the authenticity, the original purpose and assignment you were born to do. Every last one of us is a leader, but we have to spend time with ourselves and ask questions and reflect and find out, what is my purpose? What is my assignment? And when you find that self-discovery, you will impact this world, you will leave your legacy, and you will make your footprint on this earth, because you were created to be a transformational leader that's supposed to transform this environment. And secondly, if we're looking at it from a biblical standpoint, you were born to lead something in this world. And so once you understand that, you find yourself discovering what is your assignment here, then you will be able to transform your environment, empowered individual, and move them in their gift without manipulating them, without controlling them, without subduing them with your power. Now, my next question to you guys is, when we look at some examples, Rosetta Parks, something happened. She tired. She said, you know what? I am not sitting in the back of this bus. I'm going to sit in front. Something happened to her. Thank you so much for the heart. Something happened to her that she said, you know what? I'm tired. Nobody different from me. I'm just like them, and I had my own purpose. And this is my purpose. And she had left her legacy. She had left her footprint here on earth because she found her self-discovery and she made a difference. So we all have our own assignment on this planet Earth. It is time for us to sit down and take time and meditate and reflect what are we supposed to be doing individually in our own assignment. Because what attracted people to you is your differences. The difference in a moment, the difference in an hour, the difference in a day, the difference in a second. That's what makes you a leader. Being different, having something different to offer, fixing something that nobody sees before, only you see it, because that was your purpose on earth to do. The minute that we as people can begin to do that, can begin to self-reflect, self-discovery, and understand our purpose and begin to move in those purpose that God give us, we going to see greater impact instead of having copycatters and nothing never moved because the model wasn't given to them, but they just following it. So it's time for us to take time and find out who we're supposed to be. What are we supposed to do here? And how do we do it? And the only way you and I will know is if we take time to reflect and understand and discover our why we are here and how we are supposed to transform our environment. And finally, my greatest thing for you is, why must you be a leader? Ask yourself that. And why not you be a leader? My second question for you. Leadership is important. Is it important to you? And if it is important to you, this is the 2016 January, last few days of January, you have 11 months to find your why and to begin to transform into that transformational leader you were born to be. And if you still have questions on how do you find that self-discovery, know your discovery, know your why, know your purpose, and know thank you for the heart, and know how to do it, I can help you with that. You can inbox me at queendomleadership@yahoo.com for the whole course that comes with a PowerPoint, with surveys, with worksheets, with action plans, with a 21-day planner to get you started on the right mark for 2017. Because in 2017, you ought to know your uniqueness, what you were born to do, what you are here to transform, what you are here to change. And I can help you with that. Again, it was a pleasure to be with you guys on this leadership scope tonight. I will see you on next Thursday. And on next Thursday, we will start a new series that called goal setting. Now remember, we start with leadership, and after leadership, you gotta understand that a leader has goals. So we're gonna work on goals and know how to establish set goals and work the goals out by implement them, and then how to measure the goal. Thanks again for being with me. I appreciate you all for your patience. Please share the scope with your followers. Share the scope with your followers. Ask them to watch the replay. And if you have any question again, you can inbox me at queendomleadership@yahoo.com. Thank you. Thank you for the heart, and have a good night.